Batman, testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3, guys. Thank you for your patience. I think we're really getting ready to start here. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but who the fuck cares? Yo, what's up? Welcome to Vencabot, Batman Arkham City Action, aka Batman. Guys, we have completed this game. Let's be real. I mean, it's been a long time coming, but the main game, I think all we have left to do now is to run around as Catwoman, right? I mean, we're pretty much done. I think we've done everything. I'm gonna be which Batman? Oh, it'll be this one. We haven't done this one yet. Batman. Dick's using the fucking forbidden character in the chat, speaking the language of silence. Here's to our wives and girlfriends, and may they never meet. On Groucho Marx. Yeah, it's a classic. I love that quote. So this is Sinestro Batman, huh? Well, it looks pretty dope. Is that some like Green Lantern or some shit? I don't know anything about DC lore. It's kind of cool though. I feel very villainous. All right, so let's see here. So I guess really all we have to do now is go be Catwoman. We can do that very near here. Hi, YouTube. The sound of silence. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Wow, I'm kind of green. It's kind of cool. Nice little color change.
Why is it always snowing in here?
I'm going really fast.
It's because of Mr. Freeze.
I don't know, is it winter? Because that would explain it. And all the people, what do they say in that song, Tomax? All the people bowed and prayed to the neon god they'd made.
I think I'm going to enjoy this.
Enjoy what? Having sex with somebody? Oh, you mean like, I don't know, go beating up guys? To the neon gods they'd made. Neon Riot's one of those guys. And the sign flashed out its warning. You guys see what the song's about? Sounds like a fever dream. I don't think it has any actual significance. You guys disagree with that? Am I missing the metaphor? In the words that it was forming, it said the words of the prophets are written on the subway walls and tenement halls. Whee! Last game looks so good. It's about stage 3 of Team NT2, huh? The fuck you mean? That could make sense, dude. They're like a disturbed version, huh? Yeah, I think I heard it once. I was a really huge fan of Simon & Garfunkel as a child. I think a lot of people were. Of every generation. It's really good music when you're a kid, especially. And so hearing the disturbed version was sort of a travesty. Kind of like, I'm guilty, dude. Step on me. Oh, well, sick! I really like that her outfit has battle damage, kind of like Batman's, but I don't like that you only ever get to, oh, that's a weird glitch. You only ever get to see it late in the main game, because you can't, you know, have the battle damage in actual, like the challenge maps where you play her the most. I don't understand, if they have costumes that have battle damage, like this one in Batman's, how come they don't get battle damage when you're in the challenge maps, right? As she takes more damage, she should, you know, her costume should get all torn up. That'd be sick. Found them in my 20s, says Eddie, huh? While learning guitar, I love Simon & Garfunkel. AKA Simon versus Garfunkel. Their best album.
Look out!
That was sick. Whoa, wait, what? Do you see that?
Fight!
Is that her special property? Oh, because I did a running attack, I think. That was a glitch. How come I was able to do a full screen lunging attack while I was only at a 1 times multiplier? Ow. This is really an awkward fight.
I'm gonna kill you, bitch! You're gonna die,
What did I do?
freak!
What did I do? Get him! Stay down, dude! Oh my god! Don't get your arm broke. Oh! I should raise the volume here. We can do SNK better. Let's see here. Don't get your arm busted. Best Simon & Garfunkel song, guys. What is it? My opinion? Fucking El Condor Pasa, dude. Let's see, but there's a lot of good ones, though. The future is now. Neo Geo. I love that splash. So you guys can thank Mac for that. Here goes nothing 9. There was a time where when people were patrons of the channel, I would offer to give them a custom command. And that was his idea for custom command. SNK. Okay, we've dropped a lot of frames here tonight. Let's see if I can get that worked out. El Condor Pasa, yeah, it's got a very Peruvian sound. I love that sound. It's weird. I saw a spider out of the corner of my eye, but there's nothing there. It's just my imagination. Weird. You guys ever have that problem? I must have not got enough sleep last night. Okay, so let's see here. I'm going to this side of town. Oh, I've already got loot? I'm surprised by that. I got loot from... Oh, yeah, I remember that. I was like, what the fuck what is with this fucking weird animation? Now that I know that she has it's like a mini game to climb things, it's way more fun. Spiders, no! Climb up there, what the fuck? This game seems kind of awkward today. Too early? It's more fun to get around, but I still think that if you mistime it, she should fall. That'd be more fun. It's like a mini QTE tone box. I didn't know that. I used to just mash. I used to literally just mash until she would climb it. That's what I thought you were supposed to do. Like this. It's kind of mash and let her kind of get up there. But no, if you do it, if you time it right, tone box, she climbs way faster. Which is cool. Look at the signs of this fucking door! What the fuck? If you mash it, if you time it, she climbs faster, which is cool. And it's so cool, in fact, I'm disappointed they didn't do more with it. It shouldn't just be faster. Maybe she has to time it or she falls. That'd be kind of fun. She re-whips on the slap, but that's kind of sick. It's just really cool animations in general. I just have to bounce from here.
Catwoman, she's here.
Am I here? Or is it just your imagination playing, running away with you, dude? Is it just your imagination? There's some loot. These guys are armed, though, and she really can't tell as easily as Batman can. Because she doesn't have his bat-o-vision to tell if they're armed or not, but they're armed. I can tell. And she has that weird jump, which is different from Batman. It's kind of cool, though, that she's so different in terms of her movement.
Where'd all the food go anyway?
That is so weird. That is so video gamey. This game is such a realistic tone in general.
It's Catwoman.
Watch. Already had his. Yeah, it's very anime, yeah. I don't really feel it. It's just kind of break. I mean, I don't know. You could argue that it's sort of a fun little Easter egg. It is post-game after all. They don't got to be as realistic. They don't got to be as true to the game's tone, I suppose. They could be more playful. But I don't know, dude. It's sort of bizarre to me. Doesn't really fit with the rest of the game's aesthetic. But there's a lot of these guys that have her loot. They're not all together, like I was kind of hoping they would be. That's fine. It makes it more interesting, I suppose. More tedious, but more interesting.
You can feel this place getting worse, minute by minute.
Oh, fuck! I thought you turned around. Well, the bad news is there's gonna be guys coming. Okay, watch for it. I love it. It sounds like one of those, it's like a gacha game, right? Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling, like the little chimes they have there. So no one down there is armed, right? Drop attack.
What's she doing
Sick.
here? Someone's fighting over here.
I wish you could disarm and destroy. What if they could disarm and destroy only certain weapons? That'd be fun. They're coming out of the woodwork. Oh, sick! Oh, no, I thought somebody had him there. I'm fighting over here! That's just amazing. Just amazing. Look, there's more guys coming!
Yeah, run.
That guy's packing heat. Alright, so one thing she has that Batman doesn't have is she can run up on guys. So there's more coming. She can run up on guys and they can't hear her. Which is kind of crazy because she's wearing high heels, but, you know, whatever. She's slinkier, she's stealthier, I guess is the idea, than Batman.
Come back, chicken.
I don't know. But, you know, it's cool that they're different, I suppose.
I'm not asking for more money, just a couple of burgers.
So, there's a guy that has a gun over there. That's weird.
Go on.
They don't usually mix them up like this. Guys with guns, guys without guns. Guys with guns, bum bum. Guys with guns. This is quite a crowd here. It's kind of fun. We gotta get that guy with the gun first, though. I'm gonna just run past these guys.
People on an empty stomach. Catwoman.
Oh, these guys are all packing heat. Oh, that's not good. Okay. So let's get free flow going here. Free flow is when you hit like 12 multiplier and you get like super speed. And the whole camera gets all wiggly wobbly. And you just kind of can go absolutely ham. Okay. He's the last guy there. Would this game be better if there was Arkham burger joints scattered around the city, huh? Arkham burger joints. Only if they gave me currency to spend on burgers, Brian. Because so obviously, yes. If I could earn money by beating up thugs and then go buy burgers, it'd be amazing. The camera pull, huh? SSX. I never played SSX Tomax, should I? I think I own one or two of them on PS2. One of the later ones. One bat burger, please. There's a guy that's got some loot. Loot up there for days. Trick boost in the early ones, huh? And win. That's a trick. Take the Batmobile through the drive. That'd be sick, Brian. That'd be sick. Did you guys see that? That was sick. That was kind of a weird bug, I think, but it was dope.
What the hell? It's Catwoman! Kill the bitch!
Sick! This game's animation is so good. It was godlike. SSX tricky, huh? SSX and on tour was Eddie's favorite. How many were there? The Blowboat with bad FPS. Is there bad FPS? I don't think so. You mean in the game? I'm playing at 60 and it looks great. Before they had autocorrect blanding, huh? It was dope AF. You actually had to land manually. Sounds like it's more fun, right? So I think I'm straying from where all the loot is. There's plenty of loot over here. There's a fun little reason to, fun little excuse to run around and beat up guys. I like it. They could have done more with this, in fact. She can run right behind you and take you out. Oh, did it really drop today, Eddie? All consoles, like PS4 and stuff?
God! Everyone, get your asses over here now!
Well, he found the body, I think. Nobody here has any loot, though. I should just get the fuck out of here. I think it might be you, Lobo, indeed. And on my side, I don't see any dropped frames. And again, the game looks good. Okay. You can check the player if you're on desktop. You can actually, I think you check the advanced settings and video stats. You can see how many frames you're dropping on your side.
Spread all over our...
I'll double check in case I got lynched. Lynched. I don't know if I've heard that terminology before. Lied to? Fooled? Deceived? Okay, there's a guy over there that's got some. This guy right there. Let's go get him first. Oops, wrong button. Sometimes it's kind of weird going right from Batman to playing Zelda and back and forth. I want to center the camera with Z button sometimes. In that case, I wanted to exit this mode by tapping the back button. Like in Zorlda. It's going to be launching soon, though, I think, right, Tomebox? I'm sure it's pretty more or less done. They have a demo out. Give me the loot! Amazing. Especially in slow motion. That's just stellar. Alright, so there's a guy right there. That's Deadshot, or his name is. Deathstroke, or whichever one it is. I didn't know there was more than one, to be honest, until recently. Somebody in my chat was like, yeah, there's two. But they're literally the same guy.
Screw this.
Oh, fuck.
Arkham City.
This is funny. You put your hand over their nose, they stand up till they pass out. Amazing. Deadshot's a sharpshooter, and Deathstroke is dual swords. Oh, okay. This is Deadshot. So Deadshot's like a sniper.
The clown's dead.
So where's the other loot, guys? How much loot do I need yet? Am I all got all my loot? I don't see my loot gauge anymore. Was that the last loot that I needed? There's no fanfare or anything? There gotta be somebody I'm missing, right? Can I probably can't check if I pause or anything. Wade Wilson versus Slade Wilson, yeah. Deadpool's a straight parody of Deathstroke, yeah. I'd heard that before. I wonder if I have to respawn some enemies. I wonder if I have to go into the museum. That might respawn enemies too. And there could be guys in there that have loot. Wade Wilson was a backup quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys, says Brian, as well as being a Cowboy character. Damn, they really thought that ref was gonna hit, huh? Says Tonebox. And Deadpool became a really beloved character in his own right, I suppose. So there's that. It's kind of like Dan from Street Fighter, I suppose. Parody character that took on a life of its own. Oh, there's a guy that's got loot. Yeah, it's fun to time that and go fast. But again, not really that clutch. So we got guys over there, and they're all armed. I can still get like a ledge takedown though. And just get the loot that way. Really, no one's gonna see this. Oh, he's gonna see it.
Arkham City.
Famous last words. I think no one's gonna see it. Oh no, 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 no. Oh no. The smart thing to do would be to take them all out one by one, but I really want to take out this guy by himself and not take out anybody else. Like a dumbass. Give me the loot! Yes. So I got plenty of loot that needs to get collected still. But from where? Whee! This game is really fun. Who's got loot for your girl? More people up high, perhaps? Seems like there's still a lot to fill on my bar, right? Kind of like Mr. Karate. Is he a parody of something? I saw that Deadpool 2 trailer and raged on that there was no 3x Hyper Viper beam. You haven't seen Deadpool 2? I thought it was a pretty fun film. I watched both Deadpools and thought they were both really good.
Sky looks so much better when it's not so
I think I remember liking the second one less than the first one. But I enjoyed them both. The loot bar. Gotta fill the loot bar. Dan's a parody of Mr. Karate. Oh, Ryu Sakazaki. Ryo. I know he was a parody of like Ryo. I didn't know he was a parody of Mr. Karate in any capacity. Pretty similar moves.
What did they wait for? They gotta build another prison.
Maybe I have to respawn some guys by going in, you know, kind of leaving the area and coming back. Seems kind of weird though. The parody of SNK Frame specifically, says Tonebot.
Playing Batman. He ain't dead. He can't be. Not Joker.
Why not, dude? Crazy shit's happened. Trust me. I'm gonna go inside the... Well, those Two-Faces thugs, right? What if I went inside the courthouse? Maybe they'd have some. Let's check out the museum first, though. There's Michelle. Anything going on inside here? Especially MVC2 Dan. An incredible recovery for no damage or scoop potential. That was the joke. I don't think Mr. Karate existed when Dan became a Street Fighter character, huh?
I hope they do.
I didn't know that Mr. Karate was a newer character. Anybody still here want to fight me, or anybody got any loot or anything? I'm not sure anybody here is alive. I think they might already all be dead. I'm gonna go back to the courthouse. There's Two-Faced thugs there a lot of the time. This is where I did the mission that unlocked this whole mini-game, right? I had to go through here in the first place. But it's a cool Mr. Karate skin in Street Fighter 4. That's pretty kind of fun. Yeah, nobody here. While I'm here, I might as well go deeper and check out Two-Face's room. Let me in. She's a pretty cool costume in this game. I kind of like her little cat visor. When you press the L1 button, it kind of goes over her eyes. That's kind of fun. I wish she would animate, though. How cool would it be if she would just, reach up and grab it? I mean, he's not asking too much, I don't think. But she was a DLC character. I guess you can't be too salty. I wonder how that works in Arkham Knight, for instance, where she's more of a focus, at least in terms of the the package, if not the actual story. I was kind of upset in Arkham Knight they didn't give her more story, because she's kind of fun in this game, like really fun in this game. I kind of like her whole storyline with Ivy and stuff. You would hope that in the next game she'd be even more of a factor, but really she actually has less to do with the story in that game. Which I suppose is fair, but you guys know me. And overall, I was disappointed with that game's package. It wasn't enough. So, how do I get over there again? I have to get inside here. From underneath. Oops. There we go. She had a Tengu mask, huh? Like Mr. Karate. But I think he had that in Pocket Fighter too, though. I think the Tengu mask is just sort of to do with his, I don't know, the fact that he's sort of like a goofy guy. Yeah, I'm wrong about that. Did you really watch it, Daddy? Bet you it held up really well. Watch Mask of the Phantasm again. My main problem with Mask of the Phantasm is that it's sort of like a whodunit kind of story. And the big twist in the end is that, like I said, this is a spoiler for a 20-some-year-old movie. The big twist at the end is that it's, like Batman's girlfriend, right? Or Bruce's girlfriend. But you would never guess that because, like, her physiology doesn't really match the physiology of the killer. It's kind of unfair, I think. It's like a mid-series version of Year One, huh? It has a cheesy 90s credit song. Does it really, Daddy? I don't remember that. It has a cheesy old song to go with it. That's pretty cool. Anybody alive in here? No. Alright. Wish I could fast travel out of here. But I will. Had to wrap that chest tight. Well, it's not really that as much as it's the broadness of the shoulders. The men characters in the animated series are depicted as really idealized in terms of their broad shoulders, big chests. And I kind of felt like, for her to match that physique, she would need to have some kind of, I don't know, some kind of big, bulky armor underneath or something. Lots of big cloaking and lots of smoke. You could barely see the Phantasm, huh? Maybe I'm misremembering, but I swear when I watched it, I was like, well, that's not, I guess it's not really fair. It's kind of cheap to have it be her. Because we've seen the Phantasm, and again, the physique is extremely masculine. For her to match that would have to require quite a lot of, like more of a Hollywood sort of a, she's trying to pretend to be a guy, not so much just, because they're wearing a mask and all. Listen to that ass. You think fucking Catwoman has a great ass in this game? You should see Batman's ass. His ass is twice as good as hers. Mr. Karate was the final boss, the original Art of Fighting. I completely forgot about that. Still pretty sure Dan was specifically created as a parody of Ryo. That's what I think. That's what I've heard. I think he's more of a Ryo parody. Because it was their way of striking back, because they thought that Ryo was a lot like Ryu. Right? Like he was a Ryu ripoff. So they made Dan to parody Ryo. But yeah, I think what Eddie's saying is they have very similar fighting styles. Whee. Literally 2 times screen ass shake. Yeah, we gotta go find Batman so we can see his amazing ass. I wish one of them didn't have a. The only one that has no cape is Batman Beyond. He doesn't really have a very featured costume. He has those hyper glutes. He does, dude. Those glutes are totally out of control. So we'll see some respawn enemies out here, I hope. I think I'd have to either respawn the enemies to find more loot, or it's just really well hidden. And it's starting to look like it might be the latter. So we gotta find Two-Face Dogs. Maybe that's a hint I should go to the courthouse. So there are some Two-Face Dogs out there. They made Beyond part of the canon too. I mean, the animated series. I mean, in that movie, I'm missing 4 more. Because yeah, of course, Batman Beyond takes place in the same universe. Maybe what you're saying is that in Mask of Phantasm actually have like a reference. Go Catwoman. In general, it lives on in the comics, etc. Yeah, it was really cool. I really liked that it kind of carries on.
2 Jokers? How do we know there ain't a third?
Oh, good point, dude. How many Jokers are there, do you guys think? Yeah, I love Batman Beyond. I wouldn't like it as much if it wasn't canon, to be honest. Again, my interest in it is in major part because I love the animated series.
Each day this place gets worse.
Who's got loot for you, girl? Nobody. I bet you they're in the courthouse. There are a lot of two-faced thugs there. Whee! Perfect. This environment, it feels like a obstacle course. And I think it's something that Arkham Knight really missed. It really missed that cue. Arkham Knight, the world feels more like a typical GTA world, right? You have tall buildings, and you can jump on the roofs, and you can kind of glide between them and stuff. But the actual individual rooftops themselves don't feel this dense and exciting and interesting. So, there's no one here that has any loot for me. I think there's also two-faced thugs. But we're going to check inside the courthouse, and maybe we'll find something.
When the damn tower exploded, I
Who's
thought
this
we
guy?
were all gonna die.
It's a guy just straight chilling there by himself, huh? Wait, it is a two-faced thug, though. There's a guy over there who's got some loot. There's a random two-faced thug over here. What if all the thugs in town are two-faced thugs when you're playing as Catwoman? Can you just go to the red Catwoman icon on the map, says Brian?
Every other
I can, but those are where you change to Batman. That's what those icons mean. That's a Catwoman changing spot, not a loot spot. Unless I misunderstand your question. I think Dan was a parody of SNK in general. His hairstyle reminds me of Robert for Art of Fighting, Rio for sure, and parody moves from other characters. Yeah, I think you might be right about that as well, Leon. That's the Joker tech, though, huh? If I'm going to have a backstory, I'd prefer it to be multiple choice. Yeah, it's sort of one of his things, right? Oh, there's lots of thugs here that have loot. There's one over there. One over there. Okay, okay. It's Dare.
move us somewhere else.
You've gotta press it on you. You just think it, that's what you do, baby. Skeleton Warriors.
All this is a crazy TV show. I'm gonna find the person that stuck me in this.
Never did no harm, Eddie. It never did no harm. It never did no harm. Yeah, lots of loot around this side of town. I mentioned this before in previous streams, but I really think it's actually very impressive from a game design standpoint that they nerfed the goggles so that most of the time you want them to be off. What an interesting thing for them to have picked up on and to made such a great improvement on in the span of one game. Because this is, again, from a thematic standpoint, this is what you would want it to be like, right? You would want for the vision to be a pain in your ass so that you use it to find things, like to scan your environment and you turn it off. The last game, that was a big issue where there's no reason to ever turn it off because it really just kind of made things easier for you to have it on all the time. And there's no penalty, there's no battery in there that to kind of conserve. So why not just leave it on all the time? This game, I kind of like how it kind of obscures the environment, but it shows you things you want to find. That's what you would want from it mechanically. You want to show you where things are, but then also when you're actually trying to go there, you turn it off. Are the goggles a sonar thing from the first game? Yes, exactly. But hers are different from Batman's, because she's, not as powerful, I suppose. In many ways, she's nerfed compared to Batman. And one of them is that she doesn't get to see skeletons, she can't tell who's armed and who's not armed. But she can see where people are. She can't see how many guys are in an environment. She can't like get like a little, there are 4 unarmed foes in the area. If I ask my mom, can I spend the night? I'll bring my new Dreamcast. It's 6, says Lesson 0, huh? The good old days, the good old days. Who in the chat had a Dreamcast? What do you guys think about when you had it? I had one. And it was mind-blowing, right? It came out before PS2 was a thing. So it was really revolutionary. It was super revolutionary at the time. No one has a new DC, you liar. You fucking liar. Tell the fucking truth. This guy's gonna turn around and see me, I just know it. Oh fuck, I didn't expect him to do it though. Oh, he dodged it. Yeah. It was so awesome today, huh? I still have one. I have mine, but I think that it doesn't work. Toneback says, I'm still holding my neighbors, huh? If the Dreamcast is so good, then why is there no Dreamcast 2? I think one day we're going to get a Dreamcast 2. I bet you we will. Oh, fuck! Not anytime soon, though. But someday. Crazy Taxi and hanging with the boys was the best at Listen Zero, huh? Here's my thing, Lesson. A lot of the guys that hang out with here on the channel are relatively young.
Now what's a girl to do? I could quit this crazy town, but where's the fun in that?
There you go. Completed the quest. Not a really great reward, to be honest, but hey, we had another quest to do. Here's the thing, guys. If you guys are
Catwoman,
old like
she's
me,
here.
and if you had a Dreamcast, and you had Crazy Taxi, you can sympathize with this statement. That game's been re-released many times, but they changed the soundtrack for copyright reasons. It's not the same game, man. I can't fuck with Crazy Taxi unless it's the Dreamcast version. If I need that, yeah. I had Dreamcast for Capcom vs SNK 1 and burnt the laser out, unlocking everything, huh? That's unfortunate, but I have to hear you enjoyed it. Sony murdered it, says Eddie, huh? Rest in peace. PS2 was too godlike. You can refocus the OG lasers, not really, how? I don't really like Offspring, but the music really made the game, so I'm saying, Eddie. What if you bought Dreamcast when it came out, says Dana? What if you had bought it when it came out? That's pretty impressive, Dane. You have to be really old. In my case, it was a gift from my father. That would have sucked so much. That's what I had, Dane.
Starving.
Most of us here had it when it came out, or those that are talking about it. It wasn't that bad. Again, it was a gift, for a lot of us it was a gift from our parents, so the fact that it wasn't really, that big of a library wasn't that big of a deal for us. If I actually had spent my own money for it, it would have been quite frustrating. It's been said many times, I would say very accurately, that if you're a fighting game fan, you get more use out of it. For me, I wasn't really into fighting games at the time, so I didn't get that much use out of it. I like Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, and Crazy Taxi, and that's about it. I love that console, though. Sick. She has all kind of cool lucha moves. I messed with the laser a bunch to keep it on life support, but eventually it stopped reading the discs, huh? There's an actual, there's like an actuator plate on them that you can tighten or loosen. Oh, really? That's kind of cool. Get a different lens, too, says Eddie. I thought it was so cool playing Jet Set Radio with all my friends when they all thought it was trash, huh? Eddie says Shenmue. Yeah, I never had Shenmue, didn't have Jet Set Radio, didn't have, like, Rage Rumble Boxing or Power Stone. All I really had was Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 and Crazy Taxi, and I'm trying to remember if I had anything else on there. I think that's really about it. I ended up buying another one later in life just to replace it, says Brian. I think mine might need replacing as well. So right now it's going on 11 o'clock, guys. We just finished the main game entirely. There's nothing left to do, guys. Pat on the back. We can go do some challenge maps now, finally. I don't know if Dreamcast is simple or not. I've changed a lens on PS2 before. It was really simple. Ian says, they were the real trash, huh? People that don't like Jet Set Radio. Always was. Spaceman with a gun. Alright, let's go to Riddler's Revenge. Sure. We have about an hour to play. Should we do Harley's Revenge today? No, we'll save that. It'll be more fun for later. I heard it's pretty good, Eddie. I tried playing the demo for it on PS3, I think, the re-release, and I was kind of underwhelmed by it. I think that I didn't really get it. So, should we do challenge maps for combat or for stealth? Let's do some combat ones. We'll do the stealth for, we'll save it for next week. Let's be this fucking goofy asshole. Lesson bought Shenmue at the end of its store run for like $5 and we just play the mini games at Lesson Zero, huh? It's kind of funny to think about how different it was playing open world games in that era before we had, let's say, GTA 3. That's something I think a lot of young kids these days don't really appreciate, is the sensation of playing your first immersive open world game in a pre-GTA 3 world. For me, it was like, Mega Man Legends And it's looked back on very fondly as a action RPG by a lot of people, and it should be. It's a great action RPG, and I think that it's kind of slept on. But as an open world game where you can kind of explore a little town and, you know, I think it's sort of overlooked that it's sort of in a pre-GTA 3 world. It's kind of exciting that way. It's a technical marvel as well, you're right, Eddie. Yeah, it looks great. I was amazed at that, yeah. Dobuita is a real place, too. Oh, really? The town of the game is based on a real place? I didn't know that. I've never played Shenmue, guys. I've never played Shenmue. So I gotta get in the zone here psychologically, because this is different from playing as Batman and Catwoman. I gotta learn this guy's moves, too. So that's a trip. Okay. So he's got a zip line, he's got a batarang, he's got a command grab, I think. Yeah, it's pretty easy these days, Eddie. I've been thinking about trying it finally, and I can get it on Steam and stuff. Shenmue 2 on Dreamcast is super rare and inexpensive, says Eddie, huh? But anyone can play it now, because they can get it on whatever platform they please.
I'll bury you here, Robin.
So I'm playing as actual Robin now, not Nightwing. This is the guy that has the command grab.
Gonna hurt.
Sick!
Where's Batman?
I suppose I can do that.
We've been sent to have some fun.
This game looks so good animation-wise, it's actually insane. Oh no, he didn't get knocked down. It's kind of weird. I hate when moves are like a trip move. They don't necessarily always trip people. I don't really understand why it does that. Dane says, Shenmue do look like a pile of actual garbage, huh? I've heard mixed reviews of it. Some people that were really desperate for Shenmue 3 really enjoyed it. Others were much less impressed. I need more variation.
We're here to kill, Robin.
I'm gonna drop my combo for throwing a goddamn batarang at the fucking armor yard. Okay, instant takedown.
Arkham City is gonna be the last thing you see. They're out your luck.
Now I need to do the trip. I also need to do like a triple cape stun. One. Oh! That was close. 1, 2, 3. I don't know what his grab is. How do you do the command grab? Must be those two buttons. Those two are the trip. Oh yeah, those two. Yeah, must be. A power stone too. Shenmue 3 is really a game for the fans. As a crowdfunding game, it won't scratch the itch most gamers look for, I think. Yeah, maybe just another resources out there to really have the same scale as what people wanted. I got Dreamcast off my sister's friend for 2 packs of smokes. He didn't even know what he had, huh? That's great. I love to hear stories like that. Didn't solve anything though, says Tonebox. That's sick. I traded him for my N64 and Smash. Not a bad trade. If I could emulate it, huh? I had all these games because at the end of the DC run, you could get all these games for a few bucks. Yeah, I wasn't there at the time. I wasn't prepared for that discount. I love that. That's my new shit. Instant takedown. Oh no! Ow! Got armored thugs for days. Oh, what? He can cancel his... You guys see that? What the hell? Ow. I should have got hit by that, but I was able to cancel it mid-punch. Something a special property of Robin? Hook him up!
I'm gonna leave you dead.
Hook him up! 1, 2, 3. The ground takedown for the finisher. Soul Reaver is probably the best on Dreamcast. Did I know there was a Soul Reaver on Dreamcast? What? Was it re-released for PS2 later? I know the Soul Reaver franchise mostly is PS1 franchise. But I think they had a couple PS2 entries. Alright, got the medals we needed there. Getting the hang of this character a little bit. So he has a Batarang and a Zipline. Is that it? That's all he's got, huh? Think so. But more apples. Thank you for the sub. Can't believe you subscribed for only 6 months on Twitch. I appreciate the support on Patreon. That hardly explains why it's only 6 months on Twitch. Seems like it's been way longer. Talk about Dreamcast apples. What do you know about Dreamcast? Fess up. MVC2 on Dreamcast is still the definitive port, says Brian. Yeah, I suppose that makes sense. I would say that in the age of emulation, gratefully, you know, the ports are not as big of a deal as in concept, right? You can just play it on PC and run it on emulation pretty well. Did that recently, says Eddie. Emulating Soul Reaver was a pleasure, huh? Buttery smooth. Emulating 60 flat is OD. I fucking loved emulation, dude. It's so great. He's a branded stick! Has an R on the side of it.
Can't hide from me, Robin.
I love that. That's just amazing to me. I wonder if he does more with his beatdown than other characters. Oh, sick. Only that 3D fighting game with gems, huh? Oh, you mean Power Stone. Soul Calibur 1, DOA 2, both amazing on Dreamcast, huh? The one that had with chess. Yeah, I think we're talking about Power Stone. I bought my last brand new Dreamcast at Circuit City. It came with all the sports games, 2 controllers, 2 memory cards for $90. Sick. Sick. Guys, what do you guys think about the Dreamcast controller? I think that it's really whack. I loved it as a kid. And for me, I remember thinking, this is really comfortable. It's got a really cool shape. It's really colorful. I thought it was awesome. But looking back on it now, wow. What a bizarre, shitty controller. Seems like maybe a property of Robin is he has better cancels than Batman does. And maybe I really, I don't know, maybe I'm probably getting overly hyped here. But I have a theory that maybe these characters are more different from Batman than I first thought, right? I think the Catwoman has a better beatdown than Batman does, because it's faster. I think it does more damage per second, which is pretty important. I'm starting to suspect that maybe Robin can cancel into counters easier. Oh, no. Oops. Ow. These guys are a real pain in the ass. They're actually the worst enemies in the game to fight. These big Titan clowns. They're a real nightmare. Can I just ground pound? Where's my ground pound button? Is it... Fuck! 2, 3. Controller's poor, says Eddie. D-pad was super mushy. How about the squeaky ass shoulder buttons? Those are kind of a pain in the ass. They're analog though. I think it's the first console of analog triggers. So that's kind of cool, I suppose. Fat version of the pads, huh? Like, oh my god. Brook Wingman lets you use any controller you want on Dreamcast and Saturn. I wasn't even really that mushy, huh? It was the mushiness, huh? It was the fact that it was super small and raised up very high from the controller. But it is that too, yeah. I think it was very attractive controller, and very futuristic. I love the VMU. Of course, everybody loved the VMU. How could you not? But it only had 1 stick. That's also really weird for the era, right? Of course, we hadn't had the PS2 yet, but on PS1 we had, you know, the DualShock.
You're gonna die in Arkham City. I'm gonna leave you dead.
Get the trip. I think that he has more damage on his beatdown because he needs a stick. I don't know. It seems like the enemies also die faster with him than with Batman when I do this. See, he's already down. Command grip! Amazing. I think I've used all my gadgets and gizmos. I need to do a triple stun. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. And you need Rumble. Yeah, I forgot you didn't have Rumble in it. I think it was a very cool idea. Yeah, so cool. Trading and playing games on the go, huh? To see the VMU and play Pokemon on it, man. Needed a Rumble unit for this vibration. I actually thought the pad was going to be a Game Boy after launch, huh? Yeah, the VMUs, it would be kind of cool if it had more... I mean, of course, it had a very short life. The Dreamcast in general had a tragically short life, but it had a lot of potential with the VMU, but it wasn't really that well exercised. It wasn't really that many fun games to play on the VMU. I love the Dreamcast, but the PS2 is still my all-time favorite, huh? I've lost a job because of the PS2 and GTA San Andreas. Is that true, Lesson Zero? You grinded San Andreas too hard? How do I have 3 pads and no VMUs, though, huh? You can buy them pretty cheap these days, I think, for some reason. I'm not sure exactly how that works out, but it seems they're not that expensive still. What's up, One Man Power Trip? One of the best games of all time is Batman Arkham City. I'm inclined to agree, Power Trip. This game's amazing. I hate these goddamn Joker Titans, though. Oh, fuck! I hate these giant Joker, Oh, he got me after all, you son of a fucking bitch, dude. I thought I was gonna be able to get away with murder there. It takes a lot of hits to hit these, to kill these, Titan, clowns. So, which is my shockwave button? This button? Yes. It stuns people, not really that useful. That stuns them. I feel like, Catwoman's doesn't. But Batman's and Robin's do. They stun everybody around you in a circle. If you hit the third stun, it stuns everybody around you. It seems to just kind of cancel attacks that are coming at you. There's a no-call, no-show for San Andreas. Well, there's worse games you could have no-call, no-show for. Oh, fuck. Oh, right in the fucking jaw. Sick. This game has a lot of great animations. Get the command grip. Where's the knife guy? Here he is. Oh, fuck. It's too far. So I've done all my meter commands now. I need to do some cape stuff like this. Okay, that worked out surprisingly well. Welcome aboard, Steve. Also, I missed a chat here. The VMU technically works on Japanese ROMs of CPS3 and Naomi cabs. Sick. Jeffrey Wright Bernard from Westworld retweeted the Suicide Squad game. He may be in it, huh? I don't know who that is, but cool. They need to remaster this. I'm confused, One Man Power Trip. They did remaster it. They did it very recently, right? It's available on Steam, PS4, and Xbox One. I think Switch as well. They call it Return to Arkham, I think. And also, I mean, I'm playing the old school version right now. This is the version from PC when it first came out, and it looks amazing. I wouldn't say it really needed a remaster, but they did remaster it. Yeah, it came out like a couple years ago, my One Man Power Trip. Fuck K-pits, huh? The fucking buffer flood. Yeah, the K-pits are kind of interesting. Everything at that WB that isn't TV is dead, huh? I'm trying to understand what you mean, Lesson Zero. I follow all the game news, huh? Never heard of this. What the hell? Yeah, it's... You never heard of Return to Arkham? It's, excuse me. It's a combined remaster of Arkham Asylum, Arkham City. It has both games in it, and both are remastered. But I'm playing on the original version right now. This is the original PC release, and again, it looks godlike. It looks very modern. I wouldn't say it needed a remaster, but they did for some reason. But hey, it looks a little bit better, I suppose, from what I've seen. Okay. Yeah, remaster says Faust. Well, I mean, Faust, I had heard mixed things about it on launch, but I recently watched the Digital Foundry video about it, and it looks like they added a lot. Like, I'm really surprised. I feel like a lot of people that were hating on it back then were haters. Like, I mean, watching the Digital Foundry thing made me more curious about it. It looked kind of sick. Oh, fuck, I only countered once. Ah, I thought I dodged that.
You don't stand a chance.
It's a really poor first round here. Wrong button. Very poor first round. Got him! Oh. Big shakeup at WB in DC. They let a lot of people go, huh? Oh, I see. I didn't know that was in Zero. Looks worse to me, says Faust. It has this weird green piss filter, really. Yeah, from what I saw, it added a lot of new geometry, a lot of new features around the city, which kind of surprised me. I thought it was really just a change in engine, and they updated the character models, but it seems to me like they actually updated it a lot. Saw Triple Pack on sale on PSN the other day. I think you're right, Neon. Yeah, it had Return to Arkham, and it also had Arkham Knight in it. I've heard about Days of Reckoning, but nothing about Batman. Oh, weird as hell. Yeah, this goes back a couple of years.
This is where you're gonna die.
One-man power trip. It's not a really new thing. It goes back to... Oh, I whiffed there. That's funny. At least the good news here is if I fuck this up, this is one of the funner maps to do, so if I had to do it again, I guess I'm not going to cry about it. Oh, it's too far away. I love that. How you doing, Faust? That's weird. I should have thought I was gonna hit the guy with the shield there. Oh, what? That was weird. How'd I try? Terrible. This is the second round. Boy, this is looking not great. There we go. You can get the Return to Arkham filters with mods if you so wish, huh? Wonder if faking the white point helps render or a coal. I would not be surprised, huh? I'm trying to understand what you mean, Tonebox. I'm not really technical in that respect.
We're here to kill Robin.
Here to kill Robin or here to kill comma Robin? Why not both, Robin? Kind of what I'm getting at. Oh, I mashed. Yeah, you don't have to... I see. That's kind of confusing, but whatever. I think that if I hit the zip kick, he kicks automatically, but if they're kind of too close, I have to hit the punch, maybe, to get the grab?
Everyone wants you dead, Robin.
Why, though? Command grip. Hit somebody over there.
Arkham City's gonna be great.
1, 2. Here's a chance to get some pretty good score. I haven't done the trip yet. Oh, got lucky there. That turned out way worse. 2. Oh, he's shield guy now. Fuck. Didn't enjoy the third game of the franchise. Too much Batmobile involved. Have you ever played Arkham Origins one-man power trip? If not, I recommend it. Lowering the poly count of what you're looking at, huh? So it goes. So if it goes off screen, it's easier to redraw. Interesting. We have one more round left. Oh, we can do this. We can make this. We can get to come back here. It's kind of fun too, Eddie. Right? You can play as Batgirl. Oh, hi. Okay, we got our goal here. He's got a lot of fucking health. Oh! Hit me in the fucking backswing. Oh, my... That's unfortunate, but we got our goal anyway, so I'm not gonna cry about it. This game is amazing. Get that fucking command grab. Maybe you're grabbing a command grab, dog. Like, that's way overpowered. Oh no, it hit him in the back of the head and I didn't get to counter it. That's stupid.
Arkham City's where you're gonna die.
This game has way less situations like that than the first game, though. I think Arkham Knight probably has even less, right? I think they kind of streamlined a lot of the minor issues like that. That's amazing. Period.
Robin, you should be.
Kind of weird sound effect there. Sick! Got lots of ninjas around here. Command grab! Sure, try to get away, that's funny. Sick! Trip! Oh, nice teleport there. Very lucky. What's up, Katie? Welcome aboard, dude. It has Zelda sub-maps, really. Like, all the underground maps are technically linked. Oh, really, Tonebox? Technically speaking, you mean. Kind of like Link's Awakening. It's still a solid game, but you can't compare it to Arkham City, says One Man Power Ship, huh? Which was a masterpiece. I'm not sure that's fair to say. Either you can compare it to Arkham City. It doesn't compare it necessarily favorably, but I think that it's a good enough game. Arkham Origins is good enough to compare to Arkham City. I think Arkham City is still better. I'd like to see how some scenes of how Batman trains the family in one of the Arkham games, huh? What's up, Doc? Welcome aboard, dude. Arkham City was a Game of the Year contender, and it was like 2011, I believe, which was extremely stacked with Skyrim and Uncharted 3. I think this game is a contender for best game of all time. Arkham City is a contender for best game of all time. I could argue, you know, that there are better games, but I think that it's really in that conversation. That's why the Batmobile can't be called in between sets, huh? In between sets. Not sure what you mean. Ever since reviews started being more tangible, I want to know what defines a masterpiece, says Eddie. Well, it's totally subjective. Because I can't nail it down, says Eddie. I think a masterpiece is a game that's highly polished. That's what I think. I think a masterpiece is a game where you can tell there's a very strong creative vision behind it, and they executed that vision to a very high standard. To me, that's what qualifies as a masterpiece. Even games I don't really like that much, like Bloodborne, I've called a masterpiece. Because the game, again, we can tell there's a very strong creative vision behind it, and that it was executed to a very high standard. Whereas I think a lot of games that come out are not that creative, for one thing. Their games are sort of by the books, they're just kind of churned out. They didn't have a lot of thought put into them, I think. Then it's very easy to polish them. That's kind of like AAA in a nutshell, right? It's a game that's sort of bland and unimaginative, but it's very well polished at best. Those I don't think qualify as a masterpiece. But if it's a game that has that AAA level of polish and attention to detail, and also you can tell that a lot of love was put into it creatively, to me that qualifies as a masterpiece. If you leave a mission that involves an underground map, like most of the DLC, the mobile can get hella stuck, returning to the normal map. I'll take your word for it, Tonebox. So it's aesthetically pleasing and well composed. I don't think the pleasing part's that important, because I think that's very subjective. I just mean, you know, mechanically profound, a fun game, a game that is not only fun, but also, again, kind of innovative in some respect. Something that clearly someone had an idea for and they executed it. And then that execution is done to a standard that is, you know, highly polished. There's not a lot of bugs. The gameplay flows very well. You know, it doesn't trip over itself too much in terms of the you know, pace of the game. I think that's what makes the game a masterpiece. GTA 5, Zelda Breath of the Wild, Uncharted 2 are the best games of all time. Top 3 in my book, huh? Interesting. The only issue with Skyrim to me is how it's been milked, says Steve. I have a lot of issues with Skyrim, and that was the least of my problems with it. Steve says Breath of the Wild definitely GOAT. That's the only Zelda game Steve ever played, Breath of the Wild. Interesting. Oh, what the fuck? That was weird. That was a bug. I countered, and he had a flash, but they didn't counter him, and I dropped my combo.
Once you dead, Robin.
Weird dilation there.
This won't take long.
God damn, that's savage. That animation. It's kind of different to this point part. It's truly pure freedom. I haven't tried it myself, so I really can't judge. Dane says it wasn't very good, Skyrim. Huh? It's pretty hot takes, Dane. I'm inclined to... I'm not sure I would agree with that entirely. I think it's a fine game from what I played it for like 50 hours. I think it's a really good game. But I think that... It's kind of like Arkham Knight to me, right? It's a very good game, but it didn't satisfy me as a sequel. It should have been much better. It should have been much, much better. I've stood on principle and not played Red Dead Redemption 2 because I still hate the RDR ending, huh? And he says, don't deprive yourself, Steve. Red Dead Redemption 2 keeps you there and you never want to leave. Skyrim's an awful RPG and an okay-ish action game, says Faust. Yeah, my problem with Skyrim is not that it's a bad game, nor is it that I think that they milked it too much. And my problem with it is that in so many ways it was a step back from Oblivion. That's what pisses me off about it. You know, I wanted Oblivion but better, and it really wasn't. I wanted Oblivion but expanded upon, right? Like it's had quite a few years in Oblivion to look back on it and improve upon it. But instead, it was so many ways a walk back. I think the presentation was improved, and I think that the combat was improved marginally. But in so many other ways, it was a step back. Same thing with Fallout 4, right? We wanted Fallout 3 and New Vegas, but more polished, expanded upon, streamlined, improved. But what we got was something totally different. Instead, you got Oblivion, but worse, says Katie. Yeah, that's kind of my issue. My problem is it's not a fun game. It's a great game if you haven't played another Elder Scrolls game. It's great. And a lot of guys that really love that game really haven't fucked with other Elder Scrolls games as much. I know I haven't. I haven't played the other Elder Scrolls games, you know, like Morrowind, etc. From what I understand, if I had played Morrowind, I would have hated Oblivion for the same reason. That seems to be Bethesda's MO, right? Between Fallout 3 and New Vegas transitioning to Fallout 4, and between Oblivion transitioning to Skyrim, it seems as though their games get worse over time. They get prettier and more streamlined, but worse. And from what I understand is that trend was already in play from Morrowind to Oblivion, right? I never played Morrowind, but if I had, I would hate Oblivion for the same reason I hate Skyrim, which is that Oblivion is just Morrowind, but it's graphically nicer and it's streamlined, but they removed a lot of really great features. And actually, you can't walk into something wanting more Oblivion and be disappointed that it's not, huh? You can't walk into something wanting more Oblivion and be disappointed that it's not, says Ash. It wasn't that I wanted more Oblivion, it's that I wanted Oblivion but better. I wanted them to take the features of Oblivion and improve upon them. That's kind of what you want from a sequel in general, in a video game sense, right? But in so many ways, it was a walk back. I wouldn't have minded if it was drastically different from Oblivion, but it's not drastically different. It's very much the same, but worse, in terms of the questing especially. My big complaint with Oblivion is with Skyrim is the questing. I feel like, in general, the quests in Skyrim, the characters are not as interesting, and the things that you do on those quests are not only not as interesting in terms of like your action, but also they aren't as consequential. In Oblivion, I felt like there were a lot of different paths I could take in each quest, and then whatever I did in that quest would change its ending. Whereas in Oblivion, that seemed to be, in Skyrim, was very rarely the case. It was like, they were just like, bring me 10 boar skins. And I was like, what? Like, never in Oblivion did someone say, bring me 10 boar skins. But okay, if you insist. And I did. I got him 10 boar skins. Give it to him. He's like, thanks, man. Here's a necklace. And I was like, what do you mean here's a necklace? You don't have like a rival I have to talk to? You don't have like a lost family I gotta find? You don't got like a pet that I gotta find a cure for? You just wanted 10 bear skins for a necklace? What is this bullshit? And then there would be other quests in Skyrim where they would have like a storyline to it, but all the choices I made in that storyline had no consequences. There would be no change to the ending of that quest, right? I'm not saying that you have to change the whole end of the game, but at least for that quest, that's like the whole thing in Oblivion for me, was the fact that there was all these little storylines you could interact with, all the cool characters you could meet, and you could influence, you know, what happened in those storylines. Whereas in Skyrim, it seems to be much less the case. You know, again, I think the combat was improved in Skyrim over Oblivion, somewhat. And of course, it looks better. But I think that what made Oblivion for me, that what made it so much, you know, so much fun was the immersion aspect. I think that Skyrim was much more gamey. And we saw that same thing happen between, you know, for Fallout 4, right? In Fallout 4, it became much less focused on, you know, immersion and questing and storylines and more focused on shooting, which is, you know, it's great that they improved that. We wanted that to be improved. We wanted to have better combat in a Bethesda game. But we also wanted to have what we had in other Bethesda games, which is, you know, what we want from a Bethesda game, the story aspect, the immersion. Look more, Dash. This says, I want to say fuck Embryo Engine. It's gonna be Gamebryo Engine, huh? If I says the glory CRPG days are over. Compare Skyrim's Dark Brotherhood to Oblivion's, huh? To be fair, there are fetch quests in Oblivion, just not nearly as many, says Faust. Skyrim was huge, yeah, very big world. The scale of Skyrim was probably its biggest draw, says Eddie. That's why I like cross-code, huh? Small, compact, and Zelda AF. What a little rant there. I forgot what I was doing. I'm playing Batman. Oh, we are prioritizing. You're gonna die tonight. Share the spice tonight. Get gribbed. Oh, wow, it really goes far. I always forget. I don't hardly ever get attacked by the shield. I don't really know its range that well. What the fuck? Oh, he's an armored guy. Let's say, why did I prioritize him? Oh god, the templation really fucks me. I swear I fucking hit the button right as he's starting his animation. I can't like cancel. I didn't even know he was doing it when I hit the attack there. Oh, I found button. Fuck. I wonder if I can jump onto that guy. That needs a sound effect. Kind of a missed opportunity there. Very bad round. Is it Borte time, Ash? It's 11 o'clock. I'm gonna put off Borte for another probably 45 minutes, to be honest, Ash. I think my biggest actual problem with Skyrim is every dungeon is the same and has that convenient shortcut back to the beginning, huh? Hope you like fighting Drow too, because that's all you get to fight in a dungeon. I'm gonna sneeze.
These are the tales of the skeleton warriors.
Skeleton warriors.
Tales of the skeleton warriors.
Are they though? Are they? Skyrim is the tale of skeleton warriors. I think there are very few games that have the real skeleton warriors the way that Elder Scrolls does. That's that real skeleton warriors. Oh no! I hit by the box. He wasn't even fucking throwing it. Ow! Oh, I was able to take him out. Interesting. So I haven't tripped or done command grab yet.
You're gonna die here.
Yay, that's fun. Crosscode was done by the same company as The Surge. Really? I think we learned that in your chat, right, Steve? I don't know what Crosscode was, but the Viking Dark Souls game was clunky, huh? Yeah, that was made by the Surge folks. Lords of the Fallen, yeah. Yeah, Crosscode is a whole different thing, Dane. It's a retro-styled, top-down action RPG. It's pretty godlike. Was that true, one-man power trip? Nice.
You're gonna die.
Oh, God! I wonder if he has shittier dodges but better counters than Batman does. It seems like I'm having trouble canceling into my evade. Oh, shit, right there. How come I didn't evade? I think I gotta throw batarangs with guys that have boxes. That's what they want me to do. I really want to wait for them to throw it so I can throw it back. It's really fun. But it seems like their AI is not really engineered for that. They just want me to throw a batarang at them. Command grip. Stomp him.
This won't take long. We'll be quick.
Oh shit, what the fuck just happened? Oh, we have ninjas, I see. shield guys are actually more dangerous than ninjas in many cases. Ooh! That's some fucking 40s. Oh, what the fuck was that? She swung twice in one go. Oh, that was so much fun. This game looks so good. Unbelievable. Amount of effort put into these DLC characters, man. All the animation, there's been a lot of work to do. Yeah, it seems like the Surge was pretty cool. I watched Steve play. It seemed pretty fun. The Surge seems cool. I haven't properly gotten into it. Have you played the sequel yet, Steve? I got the really cool experience of streaming it and having a Deck 13 PR guy stop by on occasion. Was he PR or was he a developer? It seemed like he might have been a developer. In Surge 2, I had a game-breaking bug on my save file was crashed. I'm sorry to hear that, One Man Power. It's always frustrating. No, he can't, Eddie. No, only Batman can disarm destroy, unfortunately. I don't know if I could name top 5, 10 games of all time, but my top 3 non-fighting games are probably Journey, Shadow of Colossus, and Flower. So, 2 of those are from the same developer. So you must really love that team. Didn't they make they also made a game called, I forget what it was called. Right? They made that game where you eat, you're like an organism and you kind of grow underwater, right? I noticed my friend has Arkham Knight in his Steam library that he shares with me, so I will get to play it after. Nice, Faust. I think you're right, One Power Trip. It sounds like Dane likes a good atmosphere. Kind of, sort of, dreamy, laid-back kind of atmosphere. Batman doesn't want to share his secret just jutsus with Robin, huh? Yeah, it seems kind of weird. You don't think it was a dev, says Steve. It's not Spore, no, Flow. Thank you, Neon. That was what it was called, Flow. Oh, wait, we got all of our fucking trophies. This is a terrible run. We still got all of the medals. That's very convenient. Yeah, it's called Flow. Yeah, I also loved Flower, and I never played Journey, but I loved Flower. I remember thinking to myself that in a kind of a low-key kind of way, Flower was sort of like it'd make a good sequel to Knights. And I don't remember exactly the context. I don't remember the context exactly. I haven't played it in a very long time. I remember playing it and thinking to myself, wow, this could have been the way Knights played in its sequel. Good night, One Man Power Trip. Nice to meet you, man. What happened to Learn Python, says Lobo, huh? Learn Python, I did everything I want to do with it, Lobo. If you watch our YouTube channel, we've done like 30 episodes of it, and I think that I satisfied my need to teach Python at a low level to beginners. I think that if I were to keep streaming it, we'd probably get pretty good viewership for it, but it'd be sort of a waste of time because they could always just go back and watch the YouTube archives. We did, again, a ton of episodes of it, and in those episodes, we covered a variety of different beginner kind of games to make, and I think that I did a pretty good job of teaching it. I got a lot of positive feedback from it. I think that if I were to do another programming stream, it'd be something, a different language or something like that. It wouldn't be Python again. Did you, Ash? I hope you found it kind of empowering. Speaking of Knights, my friend has Knights into Dreams as well, huh? So I'm going to play that a bit as well. I recommend it, Faust, highly. It'd be more fun if it was live. I think you're honestly right, Ash, but that's the one advantage, right? The one advantage of doing it live is that people can come by and watch, and I think people kind of enjoy that, the atmosphere of like a programming stream. And they can ask questions and stuff, which is cool as well. But I think that to dedicate time to it, for me as a creative person, I don't want to retread the same things over and over and over again. I've sent several people the Intro to Python playlist. Thank you, Faust. Again, people come by the stream sometimes and they say, Vencabot, you never met me before. I only watch on YouTube, but I really appreciate you doing those Intro to Python videos. I really enjoyed them. I learned a lot. And I go, wow, thanks, man. That's very sweet of you to say. And they're our most viewed YouTube videos. The Intro to Python series is our most viewed YouTube videos. I'm very proud of that. The fact that, people take a lot from that. But there is some demand to have them come back on the stream, and I hear that, and I think it could be fun in its own way. But I think that we can't do Intro to Python forever, unfortunately, because it is a series where, again, we've already done so many. We did different seasons of it. Every season we did a different project. Every project starts the same, right? Here's Notepad. Here's what Python is. Here's the very basics of programming, right? And I've taught that again probably like 6 times by now. The very intro to Python, to programming. And each time we had a different sort of a context because of the different project we were doing, whether it be a adventure game, or whether it be an RPG, or whether it be a Pokemon game or a virtual pet. We did all kinds of different games. They all did their own sort of, their own pace and their own context of what we were learning. But I think that I'm very satisfied with what we've covered on Intro to Python. I don't think we need to go back to it. Yeah, Brian, the MapleStory videos on their own are our most single-viewed videos. But in terms of like a series, Intro to Python is probably our best. Keeping cats here for Python, huh? Would be a chore, to be honest, says Tonebox. Yeah, I think that we had pretty good viewership for Intro to Python live. I think we would again if we did it again. I also think there's some demand on YouTube for it. I think a lot of our YouTube subscribers would like more Intro to Python. That being said, creatively, I find it sort of like, it wouldn't be that satisfying for me. Can I stomp you? No, I can't. Okay, that's kind of curious about that. Grib. This one has... Oh, no! I don't even really have a problem with the pick of color ending, as much as I have a problem with the fact that mass relays don't work that way, and it's established that they do not work that way. VMU dump stream, though. I'm gonna play a VMU game. 24 hours of Python, says Brian? We honestly could. It'd be very easy. I've done that in the past many times before I was a streamer. It's the kind of thing you can do for a very long time without sweating it. Oh, no.
Hold still while I pound your face into the dirt.
Oh, wow. Woof. Definitely hit this big clown. Let them fight. Let them fight. Oh, I'm fucking him up, dude! Oh my god! Oh, he's done. Oh, I gotta watch out for that. Yeah, definitely that their stab was a really long range. Sit. Combo extendo! Oh, what the hell just happened to me? He's bumping like visible walls on me. Come here, you scrub. Charge! Sick! Must be worth a lot of combo points or something. 1, 2, 3. Bro, where are you going? I don't want to zip line now. Whee! My issue is in a game about the effects of your decisions, which span games, and essentially the same way. That is definitely a pain. Been around on my top 5, Dark Souls 3 and Overwatch for top 5 non-fighting games, huh? I know you played Overwatch, Dane. Why Overwatch? And not another, let's say, why not another shooting game? My best friend IRL maxed in RuneScape the other day. I gotta catch up. You're almost there, though, Faust. You're almost there. Overwatch is fighting game, though, says Tonebox, huh? Let the scrubs tank. So we're almost there. Only on round 2. This should be pretty easy. Although it's one of the hard ones to survive, right? I think I had the problem with this last time. I was talking shit, just like this time. I was talking shit with Catwoman about how it's gonna be really easy to do. Then I actually died.
I won't even break a sweat on you, boy.
Who are you calling boy? Lucky. Oof, that was scary. Oh, I dropped it. It was a fucking armored thug. Fuck. Dope. This game is just fantastic to look at. Bro. Fuck you and your body armor, dude. Period. It's kind of weird that ninja attacked me earlier and got like 2 hits in 1. Tabulation is really weird sometimes. Dang, get fucked. Looking pretty good for HP though. The next round's gonna be really hard. The final round in the stage is a nightmare. Ow. Gotta get the command grab yet.
Your mother will.
Here we go. Command grab. Ow! Now, I wonder if I could have canceled that into a counter. I didn't really try. I believe in Overwatch at its heart. I think the community is a mess, but the whole concept is really, really brilliant. I don't know the concept, though. That's why I asked you. I don't really play shooting games. To me, it seems like every other shooting game. What is the concept? Because it has butts, Venka. Overwatch butts. TFT says actually, huh? I'm more a fan of TFT than Overwatch. I think the personalities they put into the Overwatch characters were better than TF2. Maybe. There's like a lore in Overwatch, right? It's like a story. Everybody has a role in a skill set, says Eddie. Huh? It's about letting robots have rights when they become aware. That's the story. Dane's actual favorite game is what? Says Eddie's right, yeah. Everybody has a role in a skill set. And you build a team. Oh, God.
Why won't you die?
They kind of hit each other, which is kind of nice. The camera is so smart in this game. It's crazy how it's always focusing on these clowns. Hup! There we go.
You're gonna die tonight.
Okay, here we go. Get the other clown. Just fuck him up. Let them fight. No, 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 no. Go hit him. Here we go. Combination. Yes! No, 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 no turn, no turn, no turn. Nice. Keep fucking them up, period. That went really really well. Oh, bullshit! That was weird. I kind of lost track of who I was hitting. Doesn't really happen that often. Okay, looking pretty good so far. Like I might be able to survive this. If I can survive it, we're gonna be able to get the score, no problem. We've been at the score we needed. So I can probably kill this other clown now.
I'm gonna make you beg for mercy, Robin.
Oh, God, he actually fucking did it. That son of a bitch went and did it.
We're gonna leave you dead.
Okay, not the way I hoped that would pan out. I hope I get the finishing blow on him. Kaiju battles in Batman. I like it. I think he might be dead now. Oh, I couldn't even fucking stun him in time.
Your mother won't recognize you when I'm done.
Oh my God. Jeez.
I'll bury you here, Robin.
What's going on? Get out of this fucking corner. What are these weapons? Oh my God. How come I didn't get cape stun? It targeted the guy with the fucking... Oh, good, the shield. Right, the shields are also cape stun priority.
Last thing you see.
Boy, how much health do you got? Jeez, he's got a lot of health. Almost like they don't really hurt each other, the clowns. If they do, it's only a little bit. But it's okay, we have plenty of health. We're gonna be alright.
Kick the crap out of you, Robin.
1, 2, 3. A couple smacks and then a big knee to the chin. Oh my God. So there's capture the flag in Overwatch, or no, is there not? Yeah, Dane says there is. They had it back in the day. Lobo says that CSGO is the best FPS game. I think that's widely considered to be the case, right, Lobo? It's never been improved upon from what I hear. But I don't really play shooting games myself. My issue with Detroit Become Human, says Steve, is how overt the androids equals minorities thing was. If they wanted to do an actual story about the struggles of black people and the civil rights movement, they should have done that and not literally dehumanize their struggles. I don't know, Steve. I'm not sure I can co-sign that. I mean, they could have literally made a game about, you know, minority struggles, but it wouldn't have had the mass market appeal. I think that they're using the androids as a, you know, obviously a metaphor, but the whole point, Steve, is they're not being dehumanized. They're trying to humanize the android. They're trying to say that from the perspective of a, you know, majority race or an oppressive class, that, you know, minorities are looked at as though they are, you know, inhuman. We're seeing these androids from the perspective of that class, right? They are literally not human in the case of them being, robots. But from their perspective, of course they are human. That's kind of the point of the game, right? That they are human. But it doesn't seem that way to the outsiders. That's kind of the idea, right? My problem with it was it seemed like a pretty ass game. I watched my friends play it. It looked like a shitty game. But I think that, the idea of using androids as a way to represent an oppressed class, that's not necessarily a terrible idea on its own. Oh god, they fucking stepped toward me. Not sure why I thought I was gonna be able to evade that. This is gonna be our last challenge map, guys. We're gonna put some Vorte after this. These are some really long maps compared to other maps in the game, right? It's not like we've only been able to not get a whole lot done today. Wish I could disarm and destroy. Also, Overwatch is much more fun with a team of pals, huh? Than some other shooting games. Compared to, let's say, CS:GO. Grip. One, two, three. Get a little trip there. Oof. Yikes. This is a mess. Oh, fuck! Okay, just walk up and in and attack. Those are a lot of points to get this takedown. I need to do this move. Oh, fuck! Ah, no! My buffer didn't come out for some reason. Why no buffer? It's supposed to be a leap up onto him. I think it's because this guy's cape is much slower than Batman's cape. Ow! And his dodge seems slower too. Again, I can hit by a lot of these shields. It's okay. I don't think it's got a very high score requirement. We're already at the almost the third medal. I miss Unreal, huh? Fuck fork knife, says Green. Green! Go follow twitch.tv/KD_alpha, twitch.tv/BigNasty3620, twitch.tv/MutantExperience, twitch.tv/Hoss_TX. They play Unreal Tournament. I watched it the other night. It was great. They had a lot of fun. Go play with those guys. They're keeping the game alive.
This won't take long.
They're playing the first one, Unreal Tournament 99. So many boxes and shit. Dude. Oh, fuck, he blocked it. Oh, the shield! It's so hard for him to avoid compared to other characters. Oh, man. Oh no! I want to hit the guy back there. Ow. Oh, that guy's dead, huh? Quake Champions was a step in the wrong direction IMO, huh? First one's broken, says KDM, so it's mad fun. Unreal, actually too real. Flip Swayze, welcome back. It cheapens just how awful racism is, because a racist treats an actual human as subhuman, not a non-human as non-human. Treating your toaster like a toaster is 100% valid. Treating a black guy like a farm tool isn't. Yeah, but it's not a toaster, though. It's a person. I think that's the point they're trying to make, Steve. It's, again, to somebody else, it might seem like a toaster. Lots of armored thugs. Let's take one out. You're the one comparing a person to a toaster, Steve. That's kind of the point of that game, right? Is that the androids are not toasters. They're people. Ooh. Gotta get command grab. Gotta get a trip. Yeah, here we go. Oh, there's ninjas now?
Doing our job.
Sick. Whoa! Ugh. Yep. Oh, he's not 1, 2, 3, and this. Oh no! Oh, actually can't get stomped, right? She has like a little quick rise. Fine, be that way. They shouldn't have added champion abilities and instead made them map power-ups. Now what are we talking about? We're talking about Unreal Tournament? That's what Overwatch is bad, huh? In the game, though, they also don't get that, says Tonebox. Like, Overwatch devs them as weapons just the same. I think you might be right about that, Tonebox. But they're literally not people. Like, factually, they're not human. Steve, you don't see the irony there? That ask what makes somebody human, right? So no, I don't see the irony there. Because they're literal robots. Quake Champions turned the series into a class-based shooter instead of a skill-based one, huh? Yeah, that's unfortunate. It's like, you know, it's really not every game has to be a class-based shooter. That kind of defeats the purpose of Unreal, right? They're sort of like frag shooters. You're supposed to be able to, run and gun and dodge, and we should all have the same skill set, basically. Okay, so right now it is also 11:37. We don't have time, though, to go through and do more challenges as Nightwing. I would love to. Let's just get birthday started, guys. It's time for some Majora's Mask. Next time, we're going to knock out the challenge maps, the combat challenges with Nightwing, and then do some of these goddamn Predator maps, dude. We'll start with the DLC ones, I suppose, knock them out because they're not that many. But I'm really kind of concerned about these Predator challenges, especially because it is my solemn hope, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, that the percentage completion for this game is that I hope it's just based on Batman's completion. I really hope it's just based on Batman's. Because if you conclude, let's say, I know Catwoman, these are all DLC though, right? These are all DLC, weren't they? Or weren't they? Was only Catwoman DLC? Or was Robin and Nightwing also DLC? Because if they were also DLC, then it's certainly just Batman that counts toward completion rating. But if I have to also do all the Predator challenges as, let's say, Robin and Nightwing, and maybe Catwoman, that would be such a huge undertaking. Faust says, play Soma, huh? If you want, what does it mean to be human without the added ideological bait They don't play Soma. Yeah, I get your point, Steve. I totally see your point. But I think that I don't agree with your point. But I think I see what you're talking about. You're saying that, you know, minority races are literally human. They're literally flesh and blood and genetically human. So it's much more dire to, you know, dehumanize them in, you know, our society as compared to something that is not literally human, which would be an android. But my point stands that was why they use androids. Because, again, people that do dehumanize minority races do not see them as totally human. Right? That's kind of the idea, is that they're not being seen as totally human. And so when we have a character that is literally not a human being, we kind of get that perspective as, you know, we see ourselves as the oppressors, right? We don't exclusively sympathize with the oppressed, which is the case for most narratives. We see ourselves as the oppressed. But in a case where we see ourselves oppressing a class that does not appear to us as human, but again, to themselves, they see themselves as human. If not, you know, physically, then in all the ways that matter the most. Then I think that's kind of, you could argue that was sort of the idea, right? That an oppressive class does not see something that is human as human. Anyway, guys, I'm going to over short break, come right back with some board day. That's to say N64, The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. I will BRB. Yeah, I think what I'm trying to say is that when I say the irony of Steve's statement, I'm saying that when Steve says, you know, it's not human, it's a toaster, you know, it's literally not human, it's a robot, the fact that he's making that distinction, that's sort of the reason why they chose androids. Right? Is because you can be so confident in that distinction. You can say with all certainty, this is not human. This is a machine. It's different from us. When that's how people actually feel about other races. Oh, no, Faust. No, your harem is perfectly fine, Faust, as long as they're not sentient. Just don't give them free will. But I guess I never played Detroit. I watch people play Detroit, but I guess in that game, the idea is that they're not supposed to be sentient, right? They kind of gain sentience kind of a low-key way. No, Faust! That's how it starts, Faust. Exactly, Tonebox. That's what I'm saying. Once they say, yeah, I'm not really feeling it tonight, then you gotta respect that. You have to respect that.
No! Somebody help me!
Get fucked!
Easy now, miss. Just relax. No sudden movement. You're perfectly safe now.
Oh my!
Sudden movements!
Oh, there's more. Is it malware though, Eddie? Are we infected with malware as human beings? But if that was the case, that might make sense actually. It feels like malware sometimes, having free will. Thanks for hanging out, guys, as always. Up next is Majora's Mask. Thank you for supporting the channel, keeping it online for another month. It ain't easy. I know you guys put a lot of your own blood and sweat into this channel in terms of the Patreon support, in terms of co-hosting the show. That means a lot to me personally. I want to thank you guys on an individual basis. Thank you as well for helping out for free on Twitter, for following at Vencabot, for retweeting. Friend me on Facebook if you want to. Follow on YouTube, please, guys. New videos daily on YouTube, believe it or not. Not sure how I do it, but I do. Every single day is a new video. We've got Final Fantasy Tactics going live every week. We've got Hitman Blood Money going live every week. The return of Pokemon Yellow is going to be very soon. We're at towards the end of the game, Pokemon Yellow. We've got Smash Bros, Third Strike, Pizza in a Movie. Everything you guys love about this stream is on YouTube now. Every single day. Let me refresh our supporters list here and shout out people on a one-to-one basis to help out through Twitch subs and through Patreon. I've had lifelong malware, huh? So worth it in the long term, says Faust. Thank you to John Hernandez, Katie Alpha, Lawnmower Face, Remy, Sin Theory, and Salty Face for being the top tier supporters on Patreon. That's extremely generous. That makes a really strong foundation for our channel's monthly support. Thank you to Fearless Havels, that's $7 a month, extremely generous as well. Ash Lethal Mazera, thank you so much, Ash. Audrey Apples, thank you, Audrey. Dix, of course. Great Gamer UK, Hubie, Max, Michael Inkle, Mutant XP, and Wade Local, thanks so much, guys. And that's, if you add that all up, it's, again, a pretty big part of our monthly income is through those top tier patrons. Thank you to the Shady Mooners at $3 a month. That's actually better than the $5 sub on Twitch. You can actually support the channel for $2 less on Patreon and support the channel more because Twitch takes half every sub. So the $5 sub on Twitch is worth $2.50 to the channel, and the $3 sub on Patreon is worth about $2.80 or so, or like $2.70. So that's actually a really great way to save some money and help the channel out even more. Thank you to Brandon Williams for being a patron, Foul Miller, GK Live, Good Vibe City, Juna, Non Coolahan, Kyle Glass, Mum Blues, Raging Arcade Machine, Ricardo Garcia, Souptastic, Tony Bosher, and Toxic Fam. And thank you to the young guys. It's actually $1 a month. It's cheaper than you can do on Twitch at all. And it's a huge help. It helps me buy a sandwich every month. It helps me feel like people believe in the channel. They want to support it, want to see it grow. It's a huge boost to my morale. Thank you to Benjamin J. Harkins, Karina D. Scott, Dapper Dons, Edward Kenneth Perez, Herb Dick, Andre Cruz, Kaiju, and Kenfinite. Thank you so much for supporting for $1 a month on Patreon. Think about Twitch subs as well. You get ad-free viewing on Twitch. You get an emoji out of the whole deal. A couple of them even, I think. And you support Twitch. You know, Twitch, they need their income to keep their servers online, I suppose. The only problem I have with it is they take literally half every sub, which I think is kind of unfair. So thank you, Zanzu, for being a $10 sub and for all your support on Patreon over the years. Thank you for Freeless Havels for the, I'm sorry, Zanzu is the $25 sub. That's crazy. That's a black knight here. That's, again, $12.50 for the channel, $12.50 for Twitch. Thank you to the Freeless Havels, Big Nasty, Eve Off the Chill, Herb Dirk, and Cruz, and Tree Tracer. Thank you so much, guys, for the $5 a month and the $5 for Twitch every month. Thank you to the Shady Winners. Here's the best stuff you can give to the channel because the Amazon Prime tier. They call it Twitch Prime. They call it Amazon. Excuse me. They call it Prime Gaming now. I think it's just called Prime Gaming. The Prime Gaming sub. If you have an Amazon Prime account for watching, you know, their library of videos or for the 2-day shipping or whatever, you get a free sub every month to give out. Those are the best subs to give to the channel because they're free. If you already have, you know, Amazon Prime. Also, there's the gift sub tier. Thanks so much for the gift subs, Apples, and all those that give sub on the channel. This is also the $5 sub tier. Thank you to 1FPS, Alanander, Yas, Alpha Romeo 1212, Arteas, Ash Lethal, Stuffy Muffin, Audrey Apples, Balls Deep, Bashful, Beastie Boy Jr., Blue Abs, Bonza, Bruins, Brother Near FGC, Katie Cat, Ooh Woo, Cami Jun, Karina Dea, Carol Baskin, that's Welford, Cavias, Chumpet, Chulak, Circus Cancel, Kobatron, Commander Root, Cosby, Deshinks, Dandy Dante Gameplay, Dapper Dons, Decoy Mandis, Dick Sucker, DJ Isco, Doc, 3292, Dr. Doom, D. Scott, KC2CA, Eddie Greenheart, First Hopes, FBA Brian X, FBA 80 Gaming, Zone AZ, Garbage Jungle Style, Gas Station Hobo, Gimmick, Here Goes Nothing 9, Hubie, Insilo, Itzio Q, J-Bomb, 1901, Geeky Beefy, J Motive 9, Josh Taylor, NC, Kejru, Kaiju is Dead, Kyosuke, KG's a Legend, Cosmic GR, Coolahan, Kuraga, Lawnmower Face, Lovely Kittens, Matt Choke, Milk Lover, MN, Mothman FGC, Ms. Meow Mix, Mutant Experience, Into the Oil, Neon Maya 4, Death Templar, Oserif, Peter Steves, Flails 55, Pixel Outlaw, Praetor 51, Quinnifer, Rimastino, Riz1, Arpadraza 08, Scary Busey, Shiva Jones, Sin Theory, Spite Shock, Spyro 2023, Stone Cold, Ryan Meyer, Task Force, Faust, Gypsy Cloth, Red Pandas, 3Venge, Takken Guy, Universe, VNK, V Rasky, Virgo Pro Z, Wade Local, Weeb Jones 0, yeah, okay, and Yoga Brain 3S. Thank you guys. Yeah, Vencabot has one too, I think, Faust. Yeah, they're one of those automatic gift subs. I think people kind of like gift sub people at random, and sometimes the bots get them. That's true, Steve. We can create our own virus protection after getting a virus. Not sure I know a virus protection program that can iterate on itself like that, huh? That's actual dog shit, says Faust. Well, it kind of is. Bots in general are dog shit. I think they should all get banned. If they're not, how about this? They should be whitelist, not blacklist. Think so, Brian? I think Vencabot's gotten quite a few subs in the past. From other people as well. Come the fuck on, man. Yeah, my problem with bots is that there's no way to tell them apart from a normal user, but there literally is on the Twitch level. So I don't know why you can't ban bots from your chat and then whitelist them in, because most people would. But one thing is that because you can watch this channel and read the chat without being signed in, there's really no way to know from our perspective who's a bot and who's not. Or yeah, it's dumb in general, Faust. It's very dumb in general. And it all comes down to the fact that if you are not signed in, you can still read the chat. Yeah, the reason that is, Faust, of course, is that Twitch has no interface for banning a person from watching the stream because they know that they can just watch the stream anyway if they weren't signed in. So I guess their thinking is, why bother? Why bother not letting them watch the stream if they could very simply open up an incognito tab and do it?
That's 4.
So they let them watch, but they can't chat. They can't interact.
That's 5. Yo, can I fucking go?
I guess it's just one of the weirdnesses of the whole idea of watching a streaming live.
Fucking whack. All right, fucking go. Go!
Twitch only recently, I think as of 2 months ago, implemented IP banning. So I think people can now finally be truly banned from the stream. You know, not including you know, some kind of IP fakery, which of course the most dedicated will do. Thank you guys. I'm sorry.